Hello, my name is Lauren and I am a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I also call myself Color to Kitty, my other artist name. This video is the replay video for those who missed out on Eve's holiday card making class. So here we are. So you should have your packet of materials here, and the only really tool you're going to need on this session is some sort of adhesive. I suggest using a double-sided tape runner. Liquid glue can also work. Just whatever it is you have kicking around that should be able to help you follow along for the class. So I'm just going to open up my package here, pull everything out, hopefully. I can get everything at one go here. And I'm just going to say right now, even though this is a replay, if you have any questions at all, please give me a shout. I am here to help you out. Alright, so we're going to start. So this here is just my, a little bit about me, just my contact information and such. And then, so we're going to have a whole bunch of pieces. So, and also, I also handed out some envelopes for you as well. So we're going to start with the red. Then we'll come back to the green here. Okay, so you should have a red card base in this type of fold. And you should have a white piece of cardstock with a ribbon here. You can have the ribbon on the top or the bottom, entirely up to you. I'm going to use the bottom because that's kind of what I like personally, but you can do either way. So when you open this up, this will be glued on the inside of your card. So again, you can have the ribbon on top, on the bottom, or the top, entirely up to you. So I'm just going to glue that down. This will go as center as you can get, right in the middle here. There we go. So then we're going to put this off to the side for a few minutes here. And then we have all these little pieces of colored papers. Your colors are going to look a little different than mine, because actually these ones I was using scraps. So I'm just going to lay out what you should have. You should have a whole bunch of sizes. So I'm just going to get all these kind of laid out, so then we'll see what we have here. Okay, so what you should have is 2 large boxes, 2 a little smaller, and then you should have 2 of this size, and then they're almost the same size as these 4, but they're a slightly smaller. So in this case, the one you want to start is the slightly smaller dual. And then it's up to you on which side of the paper you want to use. You can use any side you want. You could have them all the same color, or you can swap it up. So what we're going to do is, we got the 2 big ones. Then we have the 2 kind of medium size here. And then these ones are going to go on top. So you're creating like these boxes here. Let me hold it up. So like I said, you got this one. Yeah, put that one there. And then this one will glue on top. So then in the end you'll have 2 of these boxes. So I'm just going to put these over, glue them down. So that glues in the center. Then this one again glues in the center. And then repeat for this side. Alright, so you should have, in the colors, in the papers that you have, is these 2 boxes. So put those off to the side for a moment. Then what's left is you should have 4 of these little ones, 4 of these sizes, and then 4 of that size. So my papers are all different colors because I'm using scraps here. So you should have 4. So same idea with these is you take one of those, one of that, and one of that to create, again, same type of box that we were just doing. And then just glue them on, one at a time. So I've got one. I'm going to do another one. Okay, there's two. Okay, there's a third one. Then the last one. Alright, so what we should have is a total of 4 of those and 2 of those. So then, that way you should be good. Let's put these off to the side for a moment. Bring back our card base. So what we're going to do is close it up. And these will go onto the front. So I'll just kind of show you a sample layout while I'm holding this down. So you get the idea where we're going with this. So you can do, so essentially on each side you have one big one and 2 of the smaller shapes. So you can do it like this, or I've seen someone in the class earlier tonight did it like that. You can put them in any which way you want to put them on. But they go onto the front. So there's all different ways of going up. I'm going to try it this way tonight. But that's kind of how they would look. Another way would be put it at the top. Any which way you want to assemble it. You can even do it. I would suggest having them both sides the same, but I leave it up to you and how you want to glue these on. So I'm going to go with the large ones in the middle, just to kind of change it up. So I'm going to first glue the ends first, because that should make it a little easier. And just kind of keep that one kind of floating around so you can kind of see where you want to lay your pieces. So that's one side done. I'm just going to try to make sure they kind of match up with the other side as best I can. And there we go. So this card is completed. There we go. So any questions on this, please let me know. Here is the one that I did earlier with similar paper. So you can kind of see the difference, especially if, depending if the paper's a little more matching. But yeah, with this one, I flipped the middle pieces to the other color just to kind of change it up. All right, so I got those. So then next is the green project. So there's 2 envelopes that you can use for mailing out your cards. So we got the green card base, we got a white piece, and then we have, we've got 2 of these, a tree, a green strip, and this piece. Okay, so first we're going to take this green card base, and there's a score mark on here. Just going to hold it up. You can fold it any which way you want to fold it, just as long as it's folded. And then this blank piece of white card base, totally blank, will go on the inside. That way, this fold will be fold this way. So that will glue on there. So there we go. I got that piece glued in. So far, good. And then next is, I'm going to take one of these. They're both the same size. I'm going to glue one of these onto that green flap there. And then the second one will go on here. Alright, so then we have what's left is this piece and this piece. Okay, so what we want to do is to assemble it. It's kind of like this. So what will happen is, this is kind of how it looks like in the end, but we don't want anything glued onto the white, okay? So what will happen is, this piece will get glued to the back of that, and then when that is completed, this gets glued onto here. So ideally, when this is completed, this bottom will line up with the bottom of the back of the curd base. So I'll just glue it together, then I'll show you how it looks at the very end. So, and then also to suggest, I would suggest don't put adhesive from side to side. Glue on this green. That way we're not accidentally gluing onto the rest of the curd. So there's, I put a strip of glue there. I'm going to put, as I stick my fingers, I'm going to put a strip of glue on the bottom. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of line it up centered. Line it up, glue that. So now, at this point, this is glued on here. That way you can see what I've done here. Alright, so now it's going to fold it back up again, so I can line this piece up with the bottom. That way it's same as the bottom. Glue that down. And so, because now that's glued, so there we go. We have this completed. That way your curd, once it can kind of stand up. Then lastly, this tree, this die cut tree, you can put on here, or you can put on the inside, or you can put on the inside. You can put it anywhere you want in the project. I'm just going to put it on here. And there we go. There is our completed projects. So there's our 2 projects for the class. So just to kind of show how this is made, that way no glue is on the white, so it's still a card that can be opened up easily, and we can have lots of space to write a message. So there we go. There is our 2 projects. And I just like to say a thank you for Eve for putting together everyone for this class. And as I say, if any questions at all, please let me know. I'm here to help you. And if any questions about Stampin' Up, about any other products, just give me a shout. Alright, so take care everybody. Have a great night.